Hey, I got verbal. Put your hands on top of your head. I got him. Hands on top of your head. Move up. He's still got stuff on his hands.
Votes that they've come to take for granted.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly agree that there should be outreach to voters that have been largely ignored by both parties, but I don't know that I agree that that should be a kind of rationale for why it's okay for California to secede. David, I want to get you in here.
I want to say, I think the heart of the matter is a class issue, the working class versus the capitalists. And that's something that's not spoken of by the other candidates on this panel. And, you know, the theory of a California National Party is that somehow we in California share common interests, whether we're Mark Zuckerberg or an immigrant retail worker. And we don't. And when we look nationwide, I have no interest in defending the Democrats' majority in the House or the Senate. I have no interest in defending the Democratic Party, which consistently over the years has been pro-war, has been anti-worker, has overseen the largest transfer of wealth in history from the poor to the rich in the aftermath of the 2008 crisis and aftermath of the pandemic. So the issue here isn't maneuvering a third party to somehow get the Democrats to get the right messaging or to make the right electoral maneuver so that a Republican loses here or there. The question is mobilizing the working class on a politically independent basis. And to give a very concrete example, in March 2020, when we began having these lockdowns across the country, they were mostly driven by wildcat strikes of workers. I was a teacher in Oakland. I remember very distinctly Thursday night, March 12th, all the teachers started organizing the wildcat strike, saying if schools don't close on Friday, we're closing them on Monday. We drew up our demands, and the very next day, the districts held emergency meetings and decided we're going to close the schools. Now, the union has worked very hard to suppress that militant class struggle. They fought very hard to claim we've got no option, we have to go back in, just like the United Federation of Teachers is doing in New York. And so then the question is, we shouldn't focus on the electoral map, we should focus on the map of the class struggle. The past year has seen some of the largest, most militant strikes in the past decade. We had a very recent, very large strike among Volvo workers that erupted in direct opposition to the union bureaucracy that was trying to keep them on the job. The crisis that's unfolding right now in schools, as Randy Weingarten, head of the AFT, is flying around telling everyone, you got to get back in the classroom, is leading